Welcome to our Civil War II video series here on Zero Issue Comics. My name is Josh, and in this video I'm going to be recapping Nova, issue number 8. The issue opens up with Nova and the other heroes fighting off the giant celestial that is attacking New York City. As all of the heroes rush in to fight, Doctor Strange and the Mystics unleash a massive spell, and with a bright flash of light, the celestial disappears. Helping Sam up, Steve Rogers tells him that it's time to clean this mess up, but not to worry, as he is sure that once they are done, Tony will be having quite the shindig. Later that night at Tony's penthouse, Nova and all the other heroes are attending Tony's celebratory party. Nova, feeling pretty confident, walks up to Rogue and tries to make some conversation, assuming she would remember who he was. Appearing to have no idea who he is, Sam reintroduces himself as the new Nova. Rogue asks him if this was his first big fight. He tells her that no, he was actually there when Phoenix came back, and they actually fought together, and that now he is an Avenger. Not knowing who he is, Rogue tells him that she didn't realize that they had put together a new Young Avengers team. And Nova, with a disappointed smile, tells her that it's not the Young Avengers, but the real Avengers. Awkwardly, Rogue apologizes, saying that she just assumed, cause, you know, and cutting off her own sentence, tells Nova that she needs to find the restroom, and it was nice meeting him. And Nova, with his head down in disappointment, says to himself, we already met. Starting to feel like he doesn't belong, Nova makes his way over to see Miles, who introduces him to Jean Grey. As they introduce themselves, Jean starts to ask Miles how Genki was, and the two start to reminisce about an incident, leaving Nova just standing there in silence. After laughing about the memory, Nova tries to inject himself into the conversation by asking what happened, but the two of them shrug him off, telling him he just had to be there. Just then, Steve Rogers comes up behind Nova and tells Jean that she is needed in the kitchen. With Nova and Miles unsure of what is going on, they ask if they should come too, but Steve tells them that no, they should just stay and enjoy the party. Much later that night, Sam arrives home and tiptoes into the house, hoping that his mom is asleep in bed. But just as he gets into the house, his mom calls him from the living room. She tells him that she can't keep doing this anymore. She can't keep waiting up at night worrying if Sam will come home. She tells him that she doesn't want him to be an Avenger anymore. Surprised, Sam tells his mom that he has to be an Avenger, that the team counts on him, and to just trust him. But his mom insists that he doesn't even know what he's fighting half the time, and he doesn't even know how his helmet and his powers work, and that seeing him out there in those fights is killing her. Again, Sam tells her that he is sorry, but he can't quit being Nova, and his mom walks off to bed. A few minutes later, thinking about what she said, Sam thinks that maybe she is right. Maybe he does need to find out how his helmet and his powers work. So he decides to call up Tony Stark for some help. Tony tells him that he is sorry, but there is far too much going on at the moment, that he can't help right now, and maybe they should circle back to this in a few weeks. Confused, Sam asks if it has something to do with what was going on at the party earlier, but Tony just tells him that he has to go, and disconnects. A few weeks pass with Nova and Miles trying to figure out what was going on in the kitchen. Miles tells Sam that all he knows from Rogue is that it has to do with some new Inhuman that can see the future, and that he hasn't even seen Iron Man since the party to find out more. Nova decides that enough time has passed and he's going to try and call up Tony, but is greeted by an automated message saying that he is unavailable and that he is either off on some world-saving mission or off in Bora Bora with the Swedish bikini team, and to contact the Avengers team of your choosing if this is an emergency. Worried that something is wrong, Nova decides that he needs to go find Tony and rushes off to Stark Tower. As he flies up to the penthouse window, Sam hears a massive rumble from the street below, and with a loud smash, Mole Monster comes up from the street, exclaiming that the end of the surface world begins now. If you want to see more daily Marvel videos, hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget you can find me on Twitter at Zero Issue Comics. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.